Today I wanted to share a prepping video, and although I'm not a big prepper, I've watched quite a few prepping videos, and starting out with COVID, just to kind of get a feel of what I might need to do in case I decide to become a prepper. But I mean, I prep a little bit, but I'm not a huge prepper because I believe in a rapture, and I believe it's going to be pretty soon. But it still might not be a bad idea to prep, just for your loved ones in case anybody may not go in the rapture, or somebody that might come behind and need prepping material. But here's something I haven't really ever seen in another video, but if you think about it, it would be very crucial, in a time of need, and that's keeping track of time. Now, in case of an EMP or country takeover or whatever the dire situation might be, keeping track of time is going to be crucial because you might need to meet up with people. You might be having to hide out from your opposition, or you might just need to meet people at a certain time. And people assume cell phones are just going to always work, but in case of an EMP, the towers are going to be down, and if you're far enough away, your cell phone may or may not work. But then, even if it did work, you'd have to have battery backup. And so I've been thinking this through, and here's the best solution I've come up with for keeping track of time. Now, first you're going to need a Faraday bag to keep all this stuff EMP proof. Okay, and then next you're going to need 3 cheap but identical clocks. The kind of clocks that you put about one battery in, and they typically last 4 to 6 months on the battery. And to make absolutely sure you keep pretty good track of time. Now these electronic clocks, they're accurate within a few seconds a month, so that's not too bad. If you ever got an official time, along your travels, you might want to update it. But here's the best way that I can think of to keep best track of time, because if you think about it, if you've only got one clock or one watch and it stops, you're kind of messed up, because you're not going to have anything really to go by, especially if you're kind of on the run or whatever. So here's the solution I've come up with to alleviate that situation. Okay, you start out with one clock. In this case, it's this clock here, and you're going to, since these have 4 to 6 months on a battery, you're going to want to run that clock a whole month before you start the next clock. Okay, after the month, let's say, we're going to start this clock. We're going to set this clock to this clock's time, exactly. And then what we're going to do, now, you can use stickers, but the newest clock you've set is going to have the best battery, so you're going to want to use that to go on, for the time from now on for the other clocks. So say, this one has been running a month and I want to change it to this one. Now in my case, I got these little plastic lids. I can just swap the plastic lid to the, to the newest one. But or I could just leave the plastic lids off the newest one. Like in this case, I've only got one started, but like if I want to change to this one, I could take the plastic lid off this one and put it on this one. And or if you had a sticker, you just put a sticker on the newest clock that's got the newest freshest battery. Okay, so and then next you're gonna a month later after that, then this other clock, you're gonna want to start it, and then you're going to take the put a sticker on the newest clock that you just set. That way, the clock that you just set is going to have the freshest battery. And eventually, this last clock is just going to stop. So then when this clock stops, then you're going to need a good supply of batteries, alkaline. You're going to put a fresh battery in this one and set this one to the most recent clock. And then you're going to want to keep them all the same. So you've got 3 clocks going, and every time a battery dies, you're going to want to set the one that the battery just died in, put a fresh battery in it, and set it to the newest, to the freshest battery clock. That should help you keep pretty good time. And as mentioned, if you run across an official time somewhere along the way, use that. And also you'll want to synchronize whoever you're meeting up with, or, if you're meeting somebody, you're going to want to sync clocks when you meet. That way people can keep track of time. And so I just wanted to share this because I've never seen this on a video, but if you think about it, keeping track of time is going to be crucial in a dire situation like this, like EMP or, country tape, whatever it might cause your infrastructure, not to have time, war, Anyway, I just want to share this with you guys.